In a world where everyone is telling you how to achieve goals that they themselves are still on their way to figuring out how to accomplish, you and I are going to approach this year like a titration experiment. Let me explain. This time of year is peak productivity. Everything is new and exciting. The goals have been written down. There's this sense of excitement because, everything is possible, right? What if this year the real invitation isn't to necessarily do more, but to step into the identity that we've been called into, with ease? The vision boards have been written down, the Notion templates have been made, prayers have gone up. But will you allow yourself to shift slowly with intention? There's this strange desire we have at the start of a new year to run into uncharted territory, like literally to sprint. And it's so interesting because in every other situation, premature speed is always deemed to be unwise. You see the scene where the person is in the movie, they're approaching the room where the scary person is. I don't know, I don't watch horror films, right? And you're kind of on the edge of your seat watching them, almost wishing you could scream at them, don't open that door, don't go that way. But the approach they take is always one that's very weary. They're looking over their shoulders, almost tiptoeing, being more careful. Or you see the person that's in the woods. They're taking a new path for the first time. They move slowly, wary of every sound, the direction that they're taking. When they step on break or twig and they pause to assess their, just to see what's going on and make sure that they're going the right way. They do so slowly and intentionally. But this is never the case with January. In January, rushing feels normal. We throw money at the quick fixes that will bring us closer to our goals in the new year. But what you need to realize, and what you deep down know, is that change never looks like that. Change is more like a titration experiment. It's the gradual addition of a new habit, then you pause and test if any change has been made. And honestly, the process is often painfully slow. More often than not, you're wondering if anything is even happening at all. You add a habit, you swirl it around, you test it, you add the next one, you swirl it around, you test it. And to your eyes, it's as if nothing is happening. And then suddenly, everything changes from one appearance to another completely. There are new properties that you have. It's a whole new you created through slow and intentional repetition. The thing about a titration experiment is that you never know when it's going to happen, but it will only happen if you remain diligent. So the question then becomes, will you still be diligent in May? When the hype is gone, when you've changed your lock screen and it's no longer your vision board, when you've forgotten to check your goals for the past 2 months because, hey, it happened to the best of us, will you still keep going? Will you gradually add those new habits? Give them time to become a part of your lifestyle. Swirl them into your life if you say, I know that was a bit cringe, but allow them to take root, add new ones, continue to grow. This new year, I pray that you and I will slow down. I pray that we allow ourselves and those around us to evolve. I pray that you don't throw all of the chemicals into the flask at once, hoping for some instantaneous change that will not only not come, but ruin the whole experiment. And now there's a high chance you would have to start again. I pray that you enjoy the fruit of gradual and intentional integration. And I pray that the process produces the version of you that you need to become and not the one that you imagined you would become when you started the experiment. Hey, welcome to your titration year. In my last video, I spoke about the approach that I'm going to be taking to this new year and just life in general. And so if you like this one, I think you'll definitely like that one. I'll link it in the cards somewhere above the screen on the I think it will be on this side of me. And if not, it's here. But that one was more so about the mindset that I want to take and just how I'm centering myself rather, for what the year ahead is going to bring. This was more an encouragement about execution. Make sure you share this with a friend who is also lost in the new year, new me content, because I definitely have been. And remember that this is a year where you want to see tangible change. But tangible change, unfortunately, isn't instant. And so some of those habits that you will adopt in this life might look like removing some things from the past, integrating new things. But remember to stay focused on what you're working on. Don't get distracted with new habits and new things and new shiny things that you want to add into your life. Because the change that you want to see is possible. I know it's possible. I'm not there yet, but I know it's possible. I have so much faith that it's possible. But I think this will be the most effective way that we'll get there. And so I hope you enjoyed this little GCSE chemistry lesson into your life. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.